ready to step into a world of luxury. Today we're going to be looking at how to prepare for your interview as a jewelry and watches specialized seller.
It's not your typical retail job.
No, definitely not. We've got some great resources from RoleCatcher to help us out today.
Yeah, their career guide, the interview guide, and the interview questions repository, those are going to be really useful.
They're going to help us unlock all the secrets to getting that dream job. So first, let's dive into the role itself. The career guide kind of paints this really glamorous picture. What stood out to you?
I think it's more than just selling, you know? You're kind of like a trusted advisor. You're helping people find these pieces that tell a story, reflect their style. It's about passion, expertise, and not just like completing a transaction.
Yeah, you're not just ringing up a sale, you're creating an experience.
Yes.
Especially when you're dealing with luxury goods. But the guide also mentioned some challenges, right?
Oh, absolutely. It's a really competitive field. You got to be ready for long hours, maybe some demanding customers, and you have to stay ahead of the trends. But for those who are up for it, the rewards can be, well, amazing.
High rewards, high stakes. That definitely sounds exciting. I'm really interested in how RoleCatcher uses AI to help tailor your CV and resume.
It's pretty incredible. It analyzes job descriptions and identifies the key words. And it can even suggest ways to optimize your application so it's a perfect match for what the recruiters are looking for.
It's like having a secret weapon to help you stand out.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so let's get down to the interview questions. The interview guide highlights 10 key questions, and we're going to break them down one by one. First one. How did you first become interested in jewelry and watches? Seems simple, but I bet there's more to it. What do you think?
This is your chance to really make a great first impression. And don't just give a generic answer. Share a story, something specific that shows your passion. Was it a family heirloom, a trip to a museum that opened your eyes? Whatever it was, bring that story to life.
I love that. Let your enthusiasm shine through.
Yeah.
And you know what? RoleCatcher's AI can analyze your answer and give you feedback on how to make it even better.
It's like having a coach right there in your pocket.
Okay, next question. How do you stay up to date with the latest trends? I'm curious about this myself. It's such a fast-paced industry. How do you stay ahead of the curve?
It's a combination of traditional and modern approaches. So like, reading industry publications, going to trade shows, networking events, those are all important. But social media is huge now too. Following designers, influencers, brands, it can give you really valuable insights.
So it's about immersing yourself in the world, both online and offline. But how do you turn that knowledge into a good interview answer?
Well, they want to see that you're proactive, curious, interested in how the industry's changing. So don't just list publications. Talk about trends that excite you, designers you admire, innovations that you're following. Maybe there's a new sustainable material or a vintage style that's making a comeback.
So show them you're not just following, you're engaging. And RoleCatcher can actually help you with this too.
That's right.
You put in your answer, you select the job you're going for, and the AI gives you tailored feedback to make it even stronger.
It can even suggest new points to mention or industry examples. It's like a personalized cheat sheet.
All right, time for a tougher one. This one pops up in almost every retail interview. How do you handle difficult customers? We all know they're out there, especially when expectations are so high. What's the secret?
Show them your professionalism, your empathy, and your problem-solving skills. And don't just say you're good at it. Tell a story. Prepare a specific anecdote about a challenging situation and how you handled it.
Like a story where you turned a disaster into a positive.
Exactly. Show them you can stay calm, listen, find a solution that makes everyone happy.
That's great advice. Speaking of building trust, there's another common question. How do you handle confidential information about customers or products? Discretion is obviously key in the luxury world.
Yeah, this question is about integrity and professionalism. They need to know that you get data privacy, confidentiality, ethical conduct. Be ready to discuss specific procedures you follow, how you store customer info, handle those high-value transactions, stuff like that.
It's like being a guardian of secrets, protecting the customer and the brand. And RoleCatcher can help you practice your answer.
Absolutely.
It can give you feedback on your delivery, even analyze your tone of voice, make sure you come across as confident.
Yeah. Confidence is key.
We've covered a lot in this first part. You're already well on your way to becoming a jewelry and watch interview expert. But we've got more questions to go and even more insights in the next part.
Back for more. Ready for round 2 of interview questions?
I'm ready. These questions are so helpful. We're basically getting a masterclass in luxury retail.
Right. You're not just prepping for an interview. You're learning about the whole industry. So let's get back to that interview guide. The next one's all about teamwork. How do you approach training and mentoring new staff members?
Oh, that's interesting. It's not just about selling, it's about leadership, sharing your passion.
Exactly. You get to show off how you create a good learning environment. Giving clear instructions, constructive feedback, and helping those new team members really succeed. Think about your own experiences. Have you mentored someone before? Helped them develop skills?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I love sharing what I've learned, especially when I'm passionate about something. But how do you make that into a good interview answer?
Give specific examples, how you've helped others grow. Maybe you trained a colleague on product knowledge, or you helped them with their customer service skills. Highlight your patience, your ability to explain things clearly, and your desire to see others do well.
So it's about being a mentor, not just a manager.
Right.
Someone who can inspire, guide others. And again, this is where RoleCatcher's AI could be so useful.
Oh, for sure.
You put in your answer, select the job level, and boom, feedback on how to make it even better.
It might even suggest examples from the career guide.
Wow. All right, next question. How do you stay motivated and engaged in your work? This one feels like they're trying to see how committed you are.
This is where that passion has to come through. What really excites you about this world? Is it the artistry, the history, connecting with customers, the thrill of the sale? Let that shine through.
It's not just showing up. It's about really finding joy in this career.
Yeah. And, don't be afraid to talk about your goals. Where do you see yourself in this industry? Specializing in a certain brand, maybe leading a team?
Those are good points. It shows them you're thinking long-term, you want to grow.
Right.
And RoleCatcher can help you make sure you're hitting the right notes.
Absolutely.
All right, another tricky one. How do you approach building and maintaining relationships with suppliers and vendors?
Oh, yeah, that's a big one.
The world of sourcing and supply chains. That must be so important in luxury. You need access to the best pieces.
It is. This is where you show your negotiation skills, your diplomacy. Think about times you've built strong professional relationships.
Well, I always try to treat people with respect and fairness, colleagues, clients, suppliers. But how do you turn that into an answer?
Give them examples. How you've negotiated with suppliers, maybe resolved conflicts, or built those long-term partnerships that benefit everyone. Did you secure a rare gem for a client? Negotiate a good deal with a new vendor?
So it's about strategy, communication, being an asset to their supply chain.
Exactly.
I'm sure RoleCatcher has some AI magic for this one, too.
Of course. You type in your response, select the supplier relations skill, and the AI will analyze it, give you feedback, suggest improvements.
Wow, this AI is incredible. It can help you with every step.
It really can. But remember, it's not about becoming a robot. It's about enhancing what you already have.
Right, finding that balance.
Yeah.
Okay, we've done some great work here, but we're not finished yet. In the last part, we'll be looking at industry trends and how to show you're a forward-thinking candidate. We're back for the final part of our deep dive into becoming a jewelry and watches specialized seller. We've covered a lot of ground, but now let's look at the bigger picture.
Yeah, it's like we've been working on the individual stones, and now we're going to set them into a beautiful piece of jewelry.
I like that. And speaking of setting things up, the career guide mentions some really interesting industry trends. One that I noticed is the impact of technology.
Yeah, technology is really transforming things.
Absolutely.
Customers are researching online, reading reviews, comparing prices, even trying on jewelry virtually.
It's true. I do that all the time.
Yeah.
It's like, I still want that in-person experience.
Right.
But I want to know what I'm looking at before I even go to the store.
Exactly. So as a seller, how do you adapt?
Right.
You got to be tech savvy, comfortable with all the tools, able to blend online and offline.
It's like being a digital storyteller.
Yeah.
You're not just presenting a product, you're creating a whole narrative.
Exactly.
Speaking of connecting, here's another question that comes up a lot. What are your thoughts on the role of social media in luxury retail?
This is a good one. You can show that you understand how social media can build brand awareness, connect with customers, and ultimately drive sales.
Yeah, it's got to be more than just pretty pictures.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. It's about storytelling, sharing those stories behind the jewelry, the watches, the designers, the history. You're creating a community, engaging with followers, responding to comments, maybe running contests, hosting events.
So you're a social media expert, a storyteller, a community builder, all at once.
Pretty much.
And I bet RoleCatcher's AI can help tailor your answer here, too.
Oh, you know it. It'll give you feedback, suggest relevant examples from the career guide.
It's like having a personal branding expert in your pocket. Okay, last question. How do you define exceptional customer service in the luxury industry?
This is where you show that you really understand what luxury customers want. It's going above and beyond, creating those personalized experiences, anticipating their needs, building relationships that last.
It's making them feel special, right?
Exactly. It's about exceeding expectations, creating those memorable moments, building a loyal following. People who come back not just for the products, but for the whole experience.
Wow, we've covered so much in this deep dive. We've really unlocked some key insights and strategies for acing that Jewelry and Watches Specialized Seller Interview.
You're ready to go. You understand the role, the trends, and how to answer those tough questions.
And don't forget about RoleCatcher and its amazing AI. It's your secret weapon to refine your answers and boost your confidence.
Definitely.
So to wrap things up, here's one final thought. With the luxury industry changing so quickly, what skills do you think will be most important for sellers to thrive in the future? Think about it. Explore those RoleCatcher resources and go get that dream job. We're rooting for you.